Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a little unboxing to share with you. These are some plants I recently bought from the cactus shed, and I think there's about 9 plants in here, and that should include one free plant because I spent over £30 before the postage and packaging charge, and then I qualified for a free plant, so hopefully that's in there as well. So let's get unboxing. So here's the list of cactus plants that I ordered. So this was in the middle of May 2025, and you can see here at the bottom I qualified for my free cactus plant. Sulcorabutia passopiana G162A. So most of these plants I've ordered are Gymnocalism. Now the others, which are the Echinopsis, Echinoserius and the Tabinarus, are just extra ones that I wanted. The Echinoserius Reichmbbaki is to replace one that I lost, which I had for quite a few years. It didn't survive the winter this year. The Tabinarus valdesianus, I just wanted another one of those because that's always been one of my favourites. So that will be my second one of those. And then the Echinopsis at the top, I just wanted another one of those as well. But the others, which are the Gymnocalium, I've purposely bought those specifically for the colours of their epidermis or their skin. Now these are all like varying shades of grey, dark grey, pale grey, or a browny type coloration. So they're not green cactus plants, and this is why I ordered these specifically. So it's got beautiful grey skin, darkish black spines, and a nice root system there. So you can see there those really fuzzy roots and just the signs of new roots sprouting out there. So they're in active growth now. So next one we've got Echinopsis morabilis, or Echinopsis mirabilis, if you are familiar with it under that name. So these are the ones that are meant to be self-fertile, so they will just flower and then most of the time produce seeds all of the time in their flowers afterwards. But I've had a couple of these in the past where they've flowered and they didn't set any seeds, so I'm not sure why that was the case, but hopefully this might be one that's going to set seed for me, because they're very, very, very easy to grow from seed, and you get really high germination rate, and they're quite fun to grow and quite quick to grow as well. One thing about this cactus is its longevity. It doesn't have a very long lifespan, and I think I've mentioned this before in the past in my older videos when I did another unboxing for a couple of these a few years back. But yeah, they don't have a long lifespan, but that's why they're so prolific in their seed setting, and they produce high numbers of seeds per pod, and they have a high germination rate because they don't live very long. They don't particularly get very big. This is probably maybe a third, maybe half the height of what it would eventually get. It might get a little bit taller, but not too much more. They're quite a small cactus, but their flowers are beautiful. They bloom at night. They're very dainty and graceful looking flowers, and they're really special. So I like this one, and it's got some nice flower buds there. Hopefully they'll continue to grow. I think there's 4 flower buds there. So actually it's in keeping with the rest of the Gymnocalicium because it's got that grey, weird browny purple epidermis. Very sort of dull colour, but it's a very nice little plant to have. It's actually quite hard to get hold of these sometimes from private sellers as well. Oh wow, that is absolutely gorgeous. So much bigger than the one I used to have. Oh wow. So this is the Echinoserius Reichmbbaki. So this one's beautiful. It has almost white creamy coloured spines smothering the body of the cactus. And yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, this is one of my favourite Echinoserius, because Ecchinoserius cactus are not the most beautiful looking cactus plants, but they do have stunning flowers. Although I'm yet to see an Ecchinoserius cactus flower indoors under my grow lights for me. This doesn't bother me whether it flowers or not. I just love this one purely for its spines. It's just gorgeous. And it's one of my favourites. It's one of those ones where you always have a few plants in your collection that you're drawn to, that you look at every day. It's just one of them ones I just love to look at all the time. I just love the spines and the colour. Beautiful. That is really nice. Wish I'd have got 2 of those now. Didn't realise it was going to be that big. Actually quite heavy as well. It feels like a golf ball. So the next one we're going to look at is Gymnocalium or Gymnocalium Realant. I might just carry on just doing it this way, because for those of you that are enjoying these unboxing videos, I'm just going to keep doing it in real time. So wow, look at that one. So this one is like a browny colour. It's like a golden brown. So some of this could be due to it getting a lot of light. These are grown outdoors under a polytunnel or a greenhouse here in the UK. And it's probably used to a lot higher sun than they're going to get from me indoors. So all of these cactus plants will be grown permanently indoors in my home under grow lights all year round. This one's gorgeous. I love the way the centre is depressed and it's got 3 spines per areole. So the areoles are those little fluffy white bits, and then the spines are coming out of there. So this one's actually quite heavy too. Really beautiful roots. All of the cactus plants that I've bought from the cactus shed have always had really good root systems, really fibrous roots, and lots of them. So that looks really lovely. So I've never had this one before in my collection. In fact, all of these Gymnocalism I've ordered, apart from the Prochaskianum, I've not had. So these are completely new additions for me. And I haven't bought a batch of cactus plants for so long that I just felt like I needed to get a few new ones, because I did lose some over winter, which has created spaces. So I could fill those spaces on my racks and shelves. And it's always nice sometimes to add a few new plants anyway. Okay, next one is going to be Gymnocalium Realant JN60. Forgotten how messy it is doing unboxings. I haven't done one for so long. Look at that. I mean, another bonus of all of these, have they got stunning spines. And this is a similar colour to the last one, just a bit darker. So this, on camera, it's looking a bit brown, but it's more of a purplish grey. I'm filming this under the existing grow lights, so that are behind me on my racks. So it might not be giving you the best colour here, but wow, that's beautiful. So if we just compare that to the one we just looked at. So the one on the left says the label name of Gymnocalium Realant. And then the one on the right has a number after it. So you can see how much they differ. So they're such cute little tiny plants, and I know that some of these on the descriptions on the website give you a little bit more information on some of the cactus plants if they have it. And I can't remember which one it was, but it did say one of these was I think it was a very slow grower, but I'm not sure which one. But yeah, that's beautiful. And they all look so healthy. Gorgeous. Look at those fluffy roots actively growing. You can see all the new spines coming out at the centre, starting off as dark and then as they age turning white. I know some Gymnocalium will flower when they're very, very small. I'm not too sure about these ones though. So we have 4 left to do. Hope you're enjoying seeing the new plants, and maybe if you're based here in the UK, United Kingdom, you can head over and look at the Cactus Shed online and check out what plants they have in stock. So the next one is Sulcorobutia passopiana G162A. So this one is the free cactus plant that I qualified for because, as I said earlier, I spent over £30 before adding on the postage and packaging, and I qualified for a free plant. I don't know what this one looks like, but I do like Sulcorobutias. Oh, yeah. That's got some flower buds on there. Well, I say flower buds, just the one. I thought that was a bud, but that's a baby growing off the side. I'll bring this closer to the camera for you. Wow. That's a weird coloured flower bud. That's strange. It almost looks like a Gymnocalism flower bud on first glance. So Sulcorobutia, Raybutia, Alostera, Mediolabivia, those sorts of cactus plants, they do need very high light because they will etiolate very quickly. I've had some in the past where I've had problems with my Raybusias etiolating or not growing as compact as when I first bought them, but it hasn't stopped me from buying any more or trying again with them. Sometimes I've changed my grow lights, or I've bought other lights, trying to improve the lighting conditions, put them closer to the lights. Sometimes it's made a small difference, other times it's not made any difference, but I still keep buying them. So, because I like the flowers and they are very good at flowering. Even though they etiolate, they are good at flowering under grow lights. So that's so cute. It's got a little baby there. So it's nice to know that it's making offsets. So that's my freebie. Okay, so this next one is one of my all-time favourites. One of my top favourites of the Gymnocalium. This is Gymnocalium Realant. Now I have about 3 of these already, and I wanted more because I just absolutely love this cactus. And I love the different variations between them, and they differ slightly in appearance, so the more variety for me, the better. But I absolutely love this cactus, and I love the colours of their skin. So I ordered 2 more of these, and I've still got my original Gymnocalium Realant that I bought from the Cactus Shed several years ago. So when I saw he had some more for sale, I thought I'm definitely getting some more. Okay, so the important thing to know is I ordered 2 of these, and the package looks small. So I'm hoping that there's 2 in there, because I'm going to be disappointed if there isn't. I just hope there is. I'm really excited to see these. Yes, there is. Oh, they're so cute. They're tiny. Oh my God. They're tiny little babies. Wow. So this is probably just about an inch in diameter, if that, just slightly under. Oh, they're so cute. Oh. So at the end of this video, I will show you some quick footage of my Gymnocalisum Prachaskianum that I already have in my collection, just to give you an idea on the difference in the colours and the size, because obviously this is still a little baby, but it's so cute. And these ones have big fat roots as well, so you need to accommodate them into a deep pot to allow for that root to really stretch out and grow to its full potential. And they're really robust, resilient cactus plants. I've had no problems with mine. And they really do go a long time without water because they have this huge root system here. It's like a tap root, isn't it, this one? Very thick tap root. A bit like a Lophophora. You know, it really has a good root system here to store lots of water. And it can go a long time without water. But at the moment, this camera really is not showing you the colour. It's like a dusky brown grey colour, but it's looking more green on the screen, which is a bit annoying. But I'll show you the other one now. So here's the second little one. So this one's more like a disc, really flat. Look at that. I just love this cactus. I don't know what it is about them. I just love this species of cactus, of the Gymnocalium. So we'll bring them both together so you can see. So there we are. And if I turn them sideways, you can see how much they differ and the colours. They're so cute. Oh, and they're not easy to find either from private sellers. So once I saw he had some more. There we go, that's a bit of a better colour there. Okay, so quickly now, I've just come over to my plant rack and you can see here, this is a 7 to 8 centimetre plant pot. And this is the Gymnocalium Prachaskianum. It's got a flower bud in the centre. So this is the first time this one's getting a flower bud for me. Then this one here is another one. I hope you can see it there. So this one's more of a grey colour, slate grey. And then this one over here is my original one that I got from the cactus shed several years ago. Now, believe it or not, this is hilarious. It's in the same soil mix as I repotted it several years ago, and I haven't even given it any new soil. All I've done is sprinkle more gravel on top as the soil has been lost through the pot. It really desperately needs repotting because I haven't seen much change in this one, and I think it's because it needs repotting. But nonetheless, it's resilient and it's fine. But yeah, I've got those three there. And at the moment I've got a little bud on here. So this one here, totally off subject, but it is a Gymnocalism. This is from Daz of Cacti Mania, which I originally got that one from. It's a variegated one. And it's in bud again. So that's doing well. And I've got the little baby one there. So I know I shouldn't really be introducing these plants nearby, but you can just see the difference here in size. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that one cost me, what, £3? Wow, look at that. Just love them. They just really stand out. They're very different. Okay, so 2 left to do. So the next one is going to be Gymnocalism robustum LF80. So I don't think I really need to say anything about this one. You can see how beautiful this one is. So it's got 3 flower buds forming right at the centre, those little funny white balls. And look at those gorgeous spines, really enveloping that cactus body there, hugging it. Really beautiful. So this is quite similar in colour to the Prochaskianum. This one's got a purple hue to it, grey and purple hue. I mean, again, that might be due to the sun exposure. This is probably one of my favourites. Nice big chunky roots, healthy roots. That is beautiful. So here we are at the last one. Tabinarus valdesianus albiflorus. Albiflorus meaning white. So this is one of my favourite Tabinarus. It's a small little cactus. It usually stays quite small, very slow growing. It's almost like a miniature cactus, but funny little white spines. And that's why I like it. So now my other little tiny one will have a friend after several years of being on its own. Ah-ha-ha. Yes, look at that. Absolutely stunning. I love this Tabinarus. And this is another one of those cactus where I check it every day because I'm so concerned about it because it's so small and I always worry about it, especially over winter into the springtime when it's coming out of dormancy. I panic because it's one of them ones where I really do care about it and I don't want it to die off. So this year it looks to be okay, and I will show you that one in a minute that I already have. This one is bigger, probably because it's hard grown outdoors. It's got a lot more light, more sunlight, natural light, and mine is reliant on grow lights ever since I had it. And again, it originally was from the cactus shed, so the same seller. So when this one flowers, it will flower directly from the top, the apex, the crown. And I haven't seen mine flower yet, but maybe one day. That's really healthy, and you can see that nice thick root there, tap root, carrot root, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's okay to touch. It's not spiky. It's soft, quite hard as well. Yeah, they just sit there and they don't appear to do anything, and they're very slow to grow and they stay small. So if you're looking for a small cactus to add to your collection or whatever, Tabinarus are a good cactus because they always stay quite small and you can obtain quite a lot of them in a small space. But I wouldn't say they're the easiest of cactus. Some more so than others, but again, that's like that across the whole range of cactus, really. Yeah, they can go a long time without water because they have such a thick root. So let's compare it to the one I already have. Now you see how small this one is. You can see I got it in 2020 from the cactus shed, so it's been with me nearly 5 years. But what I'm concerned about is it's so small and it really is hard to tell if it's okay because I can barely see the green epidermis underneath, and in fact I might have to take this out of its pot to check it. But it's always been like this, and when I first watered it, it perked up. So I thought, yep, that's a good sign. And it's been watered again within the last week. And this time I've fed all the cactus plants. So I'm just hoping it's going to be all right. So I was a bit concerned anyway, so I thought it's a perfect time. I've bought another one, but it's always been quite small. You can see the original label there. The Cactus Shed, June 2020. Okay, so here's all of the cactus plants that I've ordered and bought. 9 of them there. So I'm going to be keeping them like this in the original box just to air out a bit. And I'm keeping them all away from my main cactus collection, purely just to reduce pests or anything like that, because I don't know if there's any pests or anything on here. They all look to be fine by eye, but I'm just going to keep an eye on them, and then I'll pot them up and slowly bring them into the collection. So, thank you to the Cactus Shed. I'm not affiliated with them. This is purely just my own personal purchase. Just sharing with you the cactus plants that I bought. So if you're interested, go and visit the Cactus Shed if you're based here in the UK, and treat yourself to some cactus plants while they're in stock, because it's becoming increasingly difficult to find online sellers or online shops that really do specialise in such a broad range of cactus plants. So make the most of it while you can. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope your plants are doing well. And I might see you next time in another video. Okay then, bye.